Oh, well, let's start that over because I don't have my mic in front of me. Malfunction. All right, all right, all right. Now we're back. Welcome back to CFB Enthusiasts, guys. My name is Jimmy. That's Patrick. That's Jacob.
Hello.
Welcome to a Week 7 recap of the college football season. Boys, we had a dandy of a weekend. Today we're going to talk about the Indiana-Oregon game and how that went, the Texas-Oklahoma game and how that went. We're going to try and figure out who we think the best team in the SEC is, a couple teams up there that we can debate, and the big firing that just got announced probably about an hour and a half ago, 2 hours ago. James Franklin fired at Penn State.
Yep.
I think there's a level of surprise here, for sure, especially from you, Jacob, like we were talking about earlier. Uh, you think they should have just been better off keeping the guy, but James Franklin fired at Penn State. We'll start off with that. They lose to Northwestern 22-21 in a nasty game. Drew Aller gets hurt. I think it's his foot, but I don't
Yeah.
know. He's out for the season. He got
His
carted
career's
off.
done.
Yeah, he's out of eligibility unless he gets the Diego Pavia treatment.
Yeah.
He was 13 of 20, 137, one interception. Penn State on the ground, only 137 yards with that duo in the backfield. Fireable offense. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, these last 2 weeks are inexcusable.
20.
And
He was a
what's
20
that?
point favorite in both. He was a 20 plus point favorite in both games.
Right. And we lauded James Franklin for winning games like this, right? Games he's supposed to win. He had no problem with that. The problem was against Ohio State, the Michigans, the Oregons of the world. He couldn't beat them. But
Yep.
when it come when you start losing to UCLA and Northwestern, that's a sign to me that you've lost your team. The guys aren't focused, because if they come out with any type of focus, any type of attention to detail, should walk through UCLA Northwestern no problem.
Yeah.
But for this to happen not only once but twice consecutively, fireable offense. Guys, what do y'all think?
I I know I said it, I think Wednesday or maybe last week, that I think he could be on the way out at the end of the year. And I thought maybe if they finish out like 8-4, just because we've seen. Don't get me wrong. He's a really good coach, James Franklin. He brings in great play. He brings in players, sends players to the league. He wins 10 games, gets in the playoffs, but he can't win the big games. Can't win the conference championship. So his ceiling was 10 wins in the playoffs. You're out second round maybe, and that's good for a lot of programs. But Penn State's supposed to be this national title contender, and he he's been there 10 years, so we'll say it's been 7 years of consistently not getting over that hump. Like his ceiling is 10-2, but he was never bad. But I get it. I mean, at some point, as the AD, you gotta be tired of the same thing. 10-2, no conference title, no national championship. You flop in the playoffs. You lose these big games. You're 4-21. Like at some point, you gotta make a change. I think it was a little early. I was shocked this morning with the news, but I mean, somebody's gonna get a really good ball coach. We don't know what jobs are gonna be open at the end of the year, but somebody's gonna get a really good coach. But it's gonna be really interesting to see who does Penn State target. Do they target a coordinator that is gonna be a first year coach, and let's see how they do? Do they go get a proven head coach like
What was the buyout?
65 million dollars?
If you
50
paying
million.
that for
Or
a buyout,
56,
I'm
sorry.
not going to get no coordinator. I'm sorry.
Right. So
Oh, a coordinator? Hell
I
no.
that's what
Yeah.
I did. No, that's the which makes sense. Do you go get if I'm Penn State, I go break the bank for Kurt Signetti.
Okay.
you've seen he can win in the Big Ten.
with lesser talent. Yep.
Yeah. I don't think he would leave South Carolina, but Shane Beamer's got to be one of the biggest candidates to get a big coaching job. You've seen what he's done at South Carolina. He doesn't have as much talent as he would have at Penn State or these other big teams that might open up. He's a good coach. It's just, I don't know, man. It's gonna be hard for whoever comes in to re-recruit because Penn State has already had four stars decommit since James Franklin got fired,
Yep.
and then they're gonna have guys enter the portal. It's just it was shocking, but I also get why it happened. It was just time for a change.
Franklin, 0-15 versus top 5 teams, 4-21 versus top 10 teams, 3-17 against Michigan and Ohio State.
That's terrible. You just paid big money to go get this new DC.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Wow. Jacob, what do you think?
I think it's kind of crazy. Like, last 9 years, he's won 10 or more games 6 times. Yeah. Like, I get he hasn't won a conference championship. It's hard to do that. He's been to 2 conference title games.
I think he has one, right? He has one.
With
They
Trace
do have one.
McSorley.
Yeah,
They
with
do have
Barkley,
one.
yeah.
They do have one. You're right.
But this is how I kind of laid it out to Jacob this morning. Well, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Uh, for both of you guys, if your current head coaches had been at your schools, LSU and Texas, for 10 years, and they had the same resume that James Franklin had, and they're sitting at 3-3 after 2 terrible losses, are you mad if he got fired?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, but at the same time,
In
I
his last
mean,
9 seasons, he's won 11, 11, 9, 11, 4, 7, 11, 10, 13. He's been to 3 conference title games. He won a conference championship. He made a semifinal. If I am a head coach and I'm looking at this job and Penn State offers me, I'm like, well, what precedent did you just set? Basically, if I don't win a natty, it's not good enough. I can
They
win
just
11. I can win 11 games. I can win a conference championship. I can make a conference championship. I can make the playoffs. I can win playoff games. I can be a touchdown away from the national championship game, and you're going to fire me after a bad season. I think on the Lane Kiffin documentary, I think he said it perfectly. The problem with today's age of football is he saw when he was at USC. If you do really good for a span of a certain amount of years, people expect you to do it forever. And it's hard. And the coaching world is hard. Like, you're going to have up and down seasons. So my question is, when he went 11-3, 11-2, 9-4, 11-2, and then they went 7-6, well, why didn't they fire him now? They let him go through that rough patch, and then he went 11-2, 10-3, 13-3. So why do we
because
want?
yeah.
Like, you've invested 11 years in him. He's given you a lot. He's brought in so much talent. Yeah, I get he hasn't beat Ohio State and he hasn't beat the Michigans, but not a lot of people have. Like, not a lot of people have beat Ohio State in the last 7 years.
Yeah, but if he's bringing in that much talent, like you're saying, you give him 10 years with those wins, you expect a national championship. He hasn't even
Yes.
gotten to one.
Yeah, and in the last 10 years, Alabama and Georgia have won 6 of those national championships.
Right, he hasn't even gotten to a natty.
But he made a semifinal. I mean, I'm just saying, like,
I,
yeah, if he was my head coach and he had this resume and they fired him, yeah, I'd be pretty mad.
I wouldn't.
I think they didn't fire him during that time, that rough patch 2020, 2021, because I think a lot of coaches got graced during that COVID time. Like
Yeah,
I will say that. That was a weird ass time.
I agree.
And but let me. I talked about this early in the recap last week when they lost to UCLA. Let me lay this out for y'all. Right
Yeah.
when they lost to UCLA, I said Penn State's going to have to make a decision. Their athletic director is going to have to make a decision. They're going to have to make a decision that Georgia made about 9, 10 years ago.
with
Mark
Mark Richt.
Richt Mark Richt was at Georgia for 15 years. He averaged 9.6 wins a season. He made the SEC title game 5 times.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
James Franklin was at Penn State. This is his 12th season, but I'm just going to count the
Yeah.
11. In 11 years at Penn State, 9.4 wins in three Big Ten title game appearances. They fired Mark Richt after that last season. So when we go to it, Mark Richt's winning 9, 10 games a year as well,
Mhm.
right? And he's finding himself in the SEC title game half the time. I don't think he won. I don't think he ever won one. But he even had a rough patch in the middle of his tenure. He went
Yeah.
6-7 one year. He went 8-5 one year. But he got it right back on track, 10-4, 12-2. But it got to a point where it's like, okay, your athletic director and your program, they're just thinking they're not going to fire you if they think it's still possible to win a national
Right.
championship. But by that point, it's like, okay, we've gotten the most we're going to get out of this guy.
You're stuck in a recurring loop.
Yeah. So what Georgia did was take a chance. They could just say, hey, we're going to keep Mark Richt for the foreseeable future, continue to win 9, 10 games, and that's probably going to be it.
Yeah.
But they took a chance. They took a chance and went and got Kirby Smart. And as people
Yeah.
say, the rest is history.
What my thought on that is, I don't know that there is a Kirby Smart waiting for Penn State. Like you knew, like Georgia knew Kirby was coming. Like they knew Kirby had made it clear he had turned down jobs. I'm waiting on the Georgia job. Like I'm coming off winning 4 national championships with Alabama in a span of like 7 years. Like come get me. Who is
So
that?
you don't think so you don't think if Kirby was ever in that situation, like they would just stick it out with Mark Richt?
No, I don't. Yeah, I think if Kirby hadn't done what he had done like 7 years before and made it clear that he had turned down jobs and was waiting for the Georgia job, I think they would have stuck with Mark. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know where Penn State goes from here.
I
Anywhere.
mean, it's a huge risk for sure. Like I get it.
And
I
I
get
think
it. I
that
mean,
and the timing of it, like I get it. When a head coach gets fired, you look to your quarterback. Now you're leading the team. Well, you don't have a head coach or a quarterback now, so I don't know. I mean, like I don't know. I don't know if the AD thinks that they're going to flip a switch right now because you now lost your
they're
leader and
not.
your lead. Like you just lost both your leaders. Like who are the players going to look at? Andy Kolicki? Yeah. Okay.
Nah, the head coach is James Franklin's assistant head coach for the last 10 years.
Who
The
is it?
interim. I don't know. I didn't recognize him. I don't
Oh,
think
I see it right here. Terry
he's not.
Smith.
Yeah, he's been his right hand man since he got there, all 11
Yeah.
years. So, I mean, for the whole staff, I'm sure it's hard. Like you just lost the guy that brought you all in for the last 10 years, and I like the guy. Jay Franklin seems like a good dude. He's a good coach, but
He'll find a job elsewhere quickly
like
next year.
that,
I just know he's the
he might be the top target on the head coaching market.
no, it might be.
Yeah.
He most definitely like if you look
Yeah.
at the last 4 years, the only coaches that have won more games than James Franklin are Kalen DeBoer, Kirby Smart, Ryan Day, and Dan Lanning. Like none of those guys are free. So like James is gonna come back. He's gonna get a he's gonna be able to pick. I think he comes back to the SEC, whether it's Florida or Arkansas. I think he comes back
Arkansas is not a bad one.
Yeah.
because both
Florida
of those
State.
schools have resources and he can recruit like crazy.
You think
Florida
Norvell gets
State.
fired?
I mean, we got to
Yeah,
see how this season.
Right.
but
I
it's not trending good.
I'm really curious because he's the kind of guy that like if they lose next week, he could go and that wouldn't be a shocker because they've now lost what 4 straight games, 3 straight games. They won
3.
2 games last year. Like you beat Bama, and I don't know if they realized that they had 11 more games left.
Yeah.
It's just
Bro,
crazy to me.
yeah. Go
Like
ahead.
Pat, like you showed me the article of the Penn State thing, and it was like, who could they go get? And it was like Matt Rule, and it's like, at what point is Matt Rule a better option than James Franklin? Like Matt
Yeah.
Rule's rebuild at Nebraska has just stalled. Like it's not like I don't know.
I don't know. We'll have to see. Yeah, it'll be.
Kurt Signetti, I don't think leaves. I think he likes Indiana, and a coach like that, I think he just has that like not ego about him, but that it's not even like it's like a and it's not like an ego or like arrogance. It's just like he's gonna be the guy like be like I'm at Indiana and I'm still gonna beat you. Like I don't think he would leave for Penn State.
Yeah.
And
Is
he's like
there? I can't think off the top of my head, but are there any NFL coordinators that are Penn State alumni?
I don't think so.
Right.
I
I was
don't think
thinking
so.
maybe they go get an NFL guy. It's just, it really is crazy. There's going to be, this, I think, can be one of the crazier coaching carousels in the offseason that we've had in recent years. Because, like you said, Florida State, if they keep going this way, that'll be open. Arkansas, Penn State, Oklahoma State, whoever leaves for those jobs, that opens up. Florida
see.
might even be open.
I was thinking that when y'all brought it up earlier. I'm looking at this list that the Penn State or the Penn State Cooligan, their newspaper, whatever, put out. This is the guy that came to my mind too when we said who would they hire. Manny Diaz is on this list.
Ah,
Dude.
Like he was their
he was their
DC for
DC
what
for a
4
He was,
years.
while.
yeah, he was
Like,
there.
why is Nick Saban on this list? Okay,
This is gonna sound crazy. John Gruden.
he did say he
Nah,
wants to go to college, but no. I
nah.
I think in this day and age with how soft kids are, he would get sued so fast. He would say the wrong thing to a kid. This list is weird though, bro. Kalen DeBoer, like, why is Kalen DeBoer on this list?
Yeah, nah. That's yeah, nah.
So I'm reading
Um,
about Terry Smith, the intern guy. He was a player there from '88 to '91. He's on this list.
yeah, he's the associate. He's the
Yeah,
right hand man.
he's the
The only
intern.
re-
He's the cornerbacks coach, and the whole time they've been there, he's been the defensive recruiting coordinator, and he played
so
there.
that's what I was gonna like. Do you just keep somebody from in house who you can tell them, hey, these guys that are decommitting, go get them back.
Well,
You
so
keep the culture, you keep the
the
recruiting, but then it's just the same. Nothing changes from James Franklin. It's
yes,
still
it
what
does.
you just had, just a different head man.
That's not true at all. He could have completely different philosophies. He's just not going to go against James Franklin when he's his boss. I mean, he could, like, if he's been with James for 10 years, he could see things that James did at Penn State that didn't work, and he puts his own twist on it. Or he see things that did work, and he keeps doing it. But what you said about roster retention is huge. Like, I'm
Yeah.
curious if that's why they made the move now. Because it's like, hey, Terry, you get 8 games to show me what you can do.
And still keep recruiting these guys that have decommitted.
Right.
But the only part that makes that hard is you go, as Terry Smith, you go and try to get these guys back. There's no guarantee them committing to you that you're there next year.
Yeah,
Right. But they could still, like, yeah, exactly.
But
So,
just because you're committed to a team doesn't mean you still can't take other visits or talk to other coaches. So
facts. It's
I
just
don't
crazy.
know. It's
they're just gonna have to be very sure of whoever the hell they bring in because it's a big risk. It's a big jump.
a huge jump.
It's
And
a
you don't
big
want to be looking
program.
for another coach. You
And
don't. you don't want to be in the same spot in another 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, but it's definitely going to be really good for Penn State. I think another underlying factor of this whole thing with Penn State, we touched on it a few weeks back, guys, and it's the why hasn't the offense improved, right? They bring in all these receivers. They have a talented running back room. They have a supposedly talented quarterback with a really good offensive mind, Andy Kotelnicki. What the hell's going on?
Yeah.
I think Andy Kotelnicki's system doesn't fit Drew Aller's skill set.
Mm-mm.
We can say like they kept the wrong quarterback and both Prabula's doing his thing at Missouri. Yeah, you can say that too, but I just think that the pairing between the two just doesn't fit. Um, like you look at Kotelnicki back at Kansas, and he had Jalen Daniels and Jason Bean, guys who can run around and make plays with their feet, and were really good when it came to the RPO stuff and the short stuff. And I feel like with Drew Allers just doesn't. He never really looks comfortable. The
Yeah.
offense never really looks consistent through the air. Like the
Yeah.
ground game, they've had their success, but through the air, it's never been consistent with this pairing, and I think that's a part of it. What do y'all think?
No, I agree. I do because
I think Drew Aller gets a little bit too much blame for this whole thing. Yes, he's had moments where he hasn't played well, and it's like, what the hell is this guy doing? But at the same time, to his defense, it's like, okay, does this system really fit his skill set?
yeah, this is his second year there as OC, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Like, I think this year he's run plays where it puts Drew Aller, I would say out of position, but out of his comfort zone. Like I said, it's a lot of RPOs. You have the QB moving, and that's not Drew Aller's a pro style QB. He's not supposed to be running or on the move. You put him in the pocket, let him make his reads and sling it. But I mean, you got to feel for the guy too. Like he gets a lot of blame. He should have gone pro last year. He should have. He was going to be the third overall pick to Cleveland. They wanted him. He comes back. His career is done. He'll probably
He's
go.
probably gonna be a better pro than he is a college quarterback.
Yeah, but the question is, does he get a shot now to start?
What the?
Because last year Cleveland wanted him at 3. He came back. You came
Yeah.
back. Your coach just got fired. You just broke your foot. You're done for the year. You're probably going to fall to 3 or 4, round 3 or 4, and now you're a backup trying to push for a starting job, or you're just a young development QB. But I think that can be good for him. Sit, develop your game more in the NFL with the NFL pro style coaching offense,
Right.
and then pop off. Because yeah, he's good. I
Facts.
think, like you said, he'll be a better NFL QB than he was in college. That's just also speaking to the fact that he's going to have better receivers in the NFL than he did in college.
Fred Warner just broke his ankle.
Damn.
What?
Yeah, he just broke his ankle. I think.
So they have no Fred Warner or Nick Bosa.
No, I think Andy Kolicki tries to get too cute too. Dude, he tries to,
I agree. I agree with
like,
that.
I get it. It worked at Kansas. That the Big 12's an offensive league. It works. You spread everybody out. It's fast on fast. You score points from the Big 12. That's not the Big Ten. That's not what Big Ten. Big Ten plays defense. You can't do that. You can't have a tight end. You don't have Tyler Warren anymore. You can't keep having the tight
It
end
works for
take.
Tyler Warren. I was gonna
It works
say.
with Tyler. Yeah, but you can't keep having the tight end take direct snaps or doing a wildcat reverse flea flicker to Drew Aller. Again, like Pat said, you're putting him out of position. I don't. I think James Franklin's downfall was maybe bringing in Andy Kolicki and being like, oh, it worked at Kansas, he can do it here. It might have worked if you had Trace McSorley or Bo Prabula, but that's not Drew's game.
I
Yeah.
think a lot. Yeah, I think a lot of times coordinators, what ends up being the downfall of teams, whether it's NFL or college, you can't try to fit your offense to the QB. you have to fit. I mean, you can't try to fit your QB into your offense. You
Right.
have to fit your offense to your QB.
Correct. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I don't think they did a good job of doing that. Um,
Yeah.
bro, they haven't been able. The really concerning part too is they haven't even been able to run the ball. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
against Northwestern, 137 yards rushing.
And like
Like
that doesn't
these
even.
Against,
guys.
yeah, go ahead, guys.
No, you're good. You're good. You can keep.
No, I was just saying against UCLA, 157 yards, but more than about half of those was Drew Aller on the ground. Like we're not winning like that, especially in
Why
the
is he?
Big Ten, like you said.
Yeah. Why is he running so much? He can
Yeah,
run if he needs to, like if the play breaks down, but you don't need to be designing those QB runs for him.
I will say this on
right.
the James Franklin thing, on the UCLA loss. Two things on that. One, it's always hard. It's harder playing a team. It's harder playing a team on their first game with a new head, like an interim head coach, because you don't know, like you have no idea what you're getting. Like energy could be different, scheming could be different, like everything's different. But so they beat Penn State, but then they dominated Michigan State yesterday, and it's like maybe UCLA's not bad. Maybe they just realize, oh, we got a guy that has never called plays or been a head coach before, and gave him the keys, and gave all of our eggs to a quarterback that caused every problem in Tennessee. Like that was the problem. They're not a bad team. We just, like we said in the pod, Deshaun Foster just wasn't a good coach. Like he's a good running backs coach, but I don't know. It's just the firing's crazy. Like I don't know.
Right.
Makes no sense to me. I just
Penn State could go hire Jerry Newheisel.
no.
I'm
That's
sorry.
funny.
I'm just
That'd be the funniest thing.
But
Shout out
if
to
I
him
were
though.
them,
He's been coaching his ass off.
he has. He really has.
yeah. If I were Penn State though, dude, I mean, somebody's got to be able to learn Matt Campbell the way, right? Like,
Now we're talking.
I forget about that. Yeah.
because I mean, he's
Now
turned
we're
down
talking.
NFL jobs and he's turned down other jobs, but I mean, uh, there
Well,
really
not only that.
there aren't bigger to me. There really aren't that many bigger jobs and or bigger brands than Penn State in college football. Like, they're a top 5 job in the game for sure.
Yeah, and Matt Campbell's team identity at Iowa State fits Penn State. We're a hard-nosed
Yeah,
team that's going to run the ball, and we're going to play
Yeah.
defense hard every game. Like that's when you think of Penn State
Yeah.
historically, that's what they are. They're not this. We're going to air it out and beat you over the top every game, be a spread style offenses. We're going to pound the rock down your throat, and we're going to stop you on defense. I didn't even think about Matt Campbell.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
what came to my head.
And they've been pretty. They he's been having his defensive coordinator John Heacock for 10 seasons now, so you could just bring him over as well.
Yeah,
He
So,
does
but
just go
yeah.
together.
Well, I mean, yeah, probably his whole staff would go with him.
yeah.
So,
We'll talk more about Penn State as we go
yeah,
along. I want to get to the other games though.
I
Um,
haven't even moved on from that yet.
Indiana, I know. Indiana goes on the road and beats Oregon 30-20, and they just completely took over the second half. I couldn't watch the second half because I was running errands and I was only watching the Red River on my phone. But um, Pat, would you like to speak to what happened in the second half of that game and what
Yeah.
happened to the Ducks?
Couple of things on it. I told Jacob this last night. The only thing that makes me feel, I don't want to say good, but that makes the loss feel okay. Like I'm not beating them up over it is a couple of things. One, Indiana is exactly who I thought they were. They're a top 5 team in college football. They, if not arguably the best team in the Big Ten. Like they don't play Ohio State, so they're probably match up in the title game.
Oh,
Um,
they definitely will.
Oregon, since we have got Dan Lanning, I love Dan Lanning. Don't get me wrong, that's my guy. The game after a bye week, we're fucking terrible. We come out so flat, no energy. But that's not. I don't put that on Dan. I put that on just everything as a whole.
No, that, I mean, yeah. So.
I don't know what the fuck Will Stein is doing, bro. His offensive game plan for yesterday was so bad. We have 3 touchdowns in our last 8 quarters of football. Going back to the Penn State game. Like, I don't know if he's checked out, ready for a head coaching job. I don't know if they got too complacent with what they did in the first couple of games against absolutely nobody. But his play calling for yesterday was so bad.
What about the play calling was really bad?
Yeah. For one, I don't know why we're still having 5 running backs carry the ball. Like, that's cool. We have a deep room, but you got to put it in your 2 best players' hands.
Why
Penn
did De'Aaron
State.
Hill only get 3 carries?
It's a great question.
No, I'm about to tell you why. Penn State in this game, and even looking at film on the whole season, anytime De'Aaron Hill is in the game, he gets a handoff to the outside the tackle. He doesn't run it in the mid. They don't give him runs out in the middle and between the guards. It's all outside runs. On his first 3 runs, Indiana blew that up. He was done carrying the ball. Jaden Lemur is good. Noah Whittington is good. Jordan Davidson is good, but you can't keep rotating the backs. They can't pick up them. They can't get their momentum going on that. We took 1 deep shot all game. 0 touchdown. Other than that, everything was short. Run it. Nothing deep. Didn't really make sense. Offensive line gave up 6 sacks. That's more than we allowed all last season. 2 of them give out. 2 of them should be credited to the O-line. The other 4 credit to Will Stein and Dante Moore. He held the ball way too long. He scrambled out, and he was either scrambling out or it was a designed rollout, and he didn't get rid of the fucking ball. He just held it and took a sack. Dropped the third and 7. We dropped the first down, missed a field goal. That would have made it 3-3. I don't know the scheme for Indiana's scheme for that game was perfect. We never picked up on it. They would show the blitz from the right and then bring everybody from the left. And that fucked Dante Moore up. He got confused. He held on the ball. He got sacked.
That messes up the O-line, too, because he checked protection on the wrong side every single time.
Right. Yeah. And that happened on 3 of the sacks. It's just got too predictable. Didn't take the shots. If we don't have that pick 6 to give us 20, it's 30-13. In the fourth quarter,
Was Indiana just in too high all day?
Do what?
Was Indiana just in too high all day?
Nah.
The cover 2?
No. They were just disguising everything. They blitzed a fuck ton, and they shut down the run game. We couldn't run, which took away the ability to open up passes because we can't run it. In the fourth quarter, Oregon had the ball for 1 minute and 20 seconds.
In the fourth quarter?
Yeah.
Wow. How to do it?
It's just credit to Indiana, man. I mean, there are 3 linebackers that might be top 3 linebacker trio in the nation. Every single one of them can make a play. Every single one of them can run and tackle behind line of scrimmage. Every single one of them can pass cover. Like, that was... I know Indiana's DC has been getting a lot of hype all year, and rightfully so. I mean, they looked... Dan Lanning got out coached. Oregon got out schemed. Offense and defense, top to bottom. I mean, both teams had 2 weeks to prep for the game. Indiana just prepped their ass off. It was... I think we play them again, we can beat them. We beat ourselves. We looked different. From the start of the game, it just felt weird. But yeah, Indiana's a good fucking team. Like, I'm biased. I mean, and to me, it makes me feel more okay about it. Like I said, is I've been on Indiana's hype train from the get-go. I've been saying
Right.
they're good. They're a top team in the nation. They're a top team in the Big Ten. They have a super good QB. On defense, Fernando Mendoza probably had 70 yards rushing. We could not stop the read option at all. Or he would get out the pocket and just take off. The linebackers couldn't cover yesterday. Couldn't stop the run. That looked like our weakest link. Because the secondary played good. The linebacker were just getting toast all day,
That's
which was our issue last year.
that's one of the things I talked about coming into this game was Indiana's gonna need to be able to run the ball,
Yeah,
right?
and they did.
And what they're starting back. Hemby went for 70 yards, 2 touchdowns,
Yeah,
and that softened up Oregon.
yeah.
They had to commit more to the run game, and then they go to what they do probably better than anyone in the country, which are these deep ball fades back shoulder.
Oh,
Killed y'all with it. With Surratt,
Elijah Sherrod cooked. He cooked yesterday. They had
that's
one.
Indiana's bread and butter.
Yeah, and I mean, like I said, they executed everything from offensive defensive game plan perfectly to a T. Like they didn't do anything wrong. They had a few false starts, but that's going to happen in Austin. But I think the other thing that killed Oregon is we had, I think, 9 penalties. We averaged 3 penalties a game. We had 9.
Mm.
Like it's one of those games. It's a long season. We have to bounce back from it. It's one loss, but we're not winning the Big Ten now unless Indiana or Ohio State loses a regular season game, and they don't even play each other.
Jacob,
Pat, I told you this yesterday, and I'll stand by it. One thing I told you, I think Oregon will be better because of the loss. I'm with you.
Yeah.
The coaches got too complacent. Like, again, y'all have basically played nobody. That Penn State win doesn't look as great, but they're still good. Before that, reality of it is non-conference schedule was bad. You played nobody. They got complacent and it almost got predictable. Like the game that I watched yesterday, whether it was defensive play call or offensive play calling, it was the exact same that it's been in every yardage or down in distance that it's been all season. Like you got to mix it up. And on top of that, I thought Indiana's defense Indiana as a whole brought their lunch pail and they punched Oregon in the mouth and just said, you know what, we're just gonna bully you all night and we're gonna be more physical. And I think they were. Like those linebackers destroyed the running backs. Like the running backs couldn't block them. The blitz packages and the stunts that Indiana did, dude, they're good. Like that's a good team. Like,
I've been saying it though all year. Like that, Jimmy. You asked yesterday if I was nervous, and I was. It's not that I was nervous because I was confident in Dan and Tosh and Will sign to get us right. But I knew if
right?
we didn't, we would lose because I knew Kurt Signetti was going to have his team ready. Just the kind of coach like he's a damn good coach.
He's
the
really
other
good.
thing is no disrespect to Dante Moore. Like he's a good quarterback, but I think, and it goes with like the preseason Heisman stuff, all this stuff. People are so quick to anoint people as a Heisman frontrunner or as an elite quarterback. Like Dante's good, he's good, but I think Indiana made him show his flaws that he has yesterday. The sacks, like Pat, I'm with you. Those sacks were bad. Like those are some bad sacks.
Bad, bro.
He made some those are some bad sacks.
Yeah, and that's why I've been saying. Everybody's saying he's the Heisman front runner. He's the #1 pick. It's like he doesn't need to go pro. He's 20 years. He's 20.
Yeah.
He'll be 21 years old in like June of next year. Like there's still a lot of growth.
And as for the Heisman, this is one of those seasons where the Heisman I don't think the Heisman's going to be decided till after the conference title games. Like I think it's going to be one of those years where it's those neck and neck Heismans and like the 3 finalists are all really close, or Ty Simpson just runs away with it. It's one of those 2 options.
I think right now it's Ty Simpson and Fernando Mendoza are the clear top 2.
The top 2.
Oh yeah, Fernando.
Yeah.
He looked
Uh,
he looked the part yesterday.
He did.
Dante Moore, the thing to note because we are talking about this, while he was at UCLA his freshman season, he got sacked 25 times.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I now remember watching I remember watching him his freshman year, and he didn't have the talent around him that he does now, but he was still taking some unnecessary sacks and things of
Yeah.
that nature. So just one thing to keep in note for Oregon team who has rarely given up sacks to their past two quarterbacks, Bo Nix and Dylan Gabriel. And those two guys did a phenomenal job of not getting sacked because they have really good pocket awareness.
Get rid of the
But
ball. Just get rid of it.
I wanna talk about Indiana. Oregon let them get to their bread and butter. They let
Yeah.
them run. They were allowing Hemby to get going in the running game, and like I said, that you have to commit more to the box, and that allows one on ones on the outside. And Elijah Surratt and the other guy, Omar Cooper.
I'm not
They,
Cooper.
they
Yeah.
win their battles more than they win their battles more often than not,
They're super
especially
good
when it comes to
receivers.
those back shoulder fades. They did
Yeah.
it last year with Curtis Rourke. He was really good at back shoulder fades too. The problem with Indiana was when they came and played Notre Dame, when they came and played Ohio State, these teams that can match up one on one on the outside, they had nothing else to go to.
Yeah.
But I feel like this season, Indiana's more. They have more depth to them on the offensive side. They're taking advantage a lot of the middle of the field as well, the short game, intermediate game, in the pass game, and they're running the ball just as effective. So I think they're more dynamic offensively than they even were
Yeah.
last year. And I think Fernando Mendoza is actually better than Curtis Rourke was last year.
I
I think you're
agree.
right.
And
Actually, that's facts. He is for sure.
I agree. They mentioned it in the game last night too, yesterday, and I forgot about it. The biggest difference also between this team with Mendoza and Curtis Rourke last year, Curtis Rourke played the whole year on a 20 ACL, so
20
he
ACL.
wasn't extending
Yeah.
plays. That's what
Yeah,
I'm
he
saying.
couldn't
You
move.
weren't
Yeah,
you
that is
weren't
correct.
giving him read options. It's a similar offense, but they now have a QB that can run. Not all the time, but you can design the read option, read it, and you take it yourself. Or the play breaks down, you scramble for 6, 7 yards. Like,
I
Six
think that
seven.
helps too. And dude, that like I don't know, that defense is freaking like
yeah.
they're good.
I think their defense is
Like
better this year too.
yeah,
Yeah,
like their defense
they
might.
have one of the best up and coming. They have one of the best up and coming DCs in college football as
Like
well.
Who
from the
is it
eye
this year?
test, from the eye test that I've seen this year, like games I've watched, they're a top 5 defense. Like I just like I don't
Yeah,
really
and
care
I've
about
been,
numbers. Like just going off the eye
like
test, like they're top 5. Like they're
I said, that's why it makes me feel more okay with the loss, just because I know how good they've been all year, and I know they're like. I think the only positive coming out of it, if that's our only loss, we can say our only loss is to a top 5 Indiana, or top 3 Indiana team.
yeah.
The possible Big Ten, like they could win the Big Ten, but our only loss is to them. But at the same time, Jacob, I think you mentioned it yesterday. This might have been the best thing to happen for a couple of reasons.
I said
One,
that.
yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying this is you said this. One, we bounce back and we figure out, bro, this shit is not working on offense or on defense. This isn't working. But two, come the playoffs, we don't have a bye week in the first week of the playoffs.
Oh yeah,
We're
I did say
playing.
that yesterday. Yeah.
We're not waiting a month to play.
Mm-hmm.
We're playing round 1 at Oregon, most likely.
Yeah.
We just have like 2 weeks
Indi-
off between the end of the season and the playoffs because we're not giving
Which
the
is
conference
fine
bye
because
weekends. But so
so
is
is the team
everybody.
that you're playing. Yeah.
Exactly.
Not
Indiana the rest of the way.
yeah, just a
Michigan
cake win.
State,
W
Win.
UCLA, at Maryland,
W
at Penn
W
State, Wisconsin,
W
at Purdue.
W.
Like they will meet Ohio State in the Big Ten championship game, and I
Oh yeah,
legit
dude.
think that's gonna be a defensive battle.
Well, now y'all need Indiana to lose twice to even get
Yes.
above them, and then Ohio State's probably not gonna lose.
Oh no. I think it'll be Indiana and Ohio State. I don't think we're.
More than
I'm
likely.
fully. I'm fully confident saying we're not making the title game. I think we'll. I think we can win out, but I think Ohio State and Indiana do as well.
It really blows my mind that like you have Ohio State, Indiana, Oregon, USC, and Michigan, and then just a whole lot of ass, bro.
Whole lot of ass.
Like a whole like
Nah,
it's crazy.
facts.
Like some of these Big Ten conference schedules are just laughable. Like Indiana plays Oregon and then a whole bunch of sub 500 teams.
It's out of their
Yeah,
control.
No, I know.
yeah.
Yeah, Pat, I'm not saying.
Oh yeah. I agree. There's not the SEC, is what you're saying. We know.
I mean, no, you said it, but it's facts. I mean, that's not even where I was going with it, but it's facts. I mean,
I know where you're going. You're going to say the SEC has like 9 teams ranked in the top 21. They're the best conference in America. Blah 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 blah
7, but it is. I
blah.
mean,
Which is crazy. They have a third.
is it
Close
though?
enough.
Is it crazy?
Speaking of SEC, number 6 Oklahoma down in Red River to my Longhorns, 23 to
8,
6.
the
This
no,
is
the new number
the
21
second.
team.
This is Yes, sir. Oklahoma hasn't scored a touchdown on us since 2023,
I
and this
saw.
is three of the last four Red Rivers. Oklahoma has not scored a touchdown.
They showed
So
us after the game, and that was crazy. Like,
so
that,
Brett Venables. ugh. Um, I think our defense would. I knew our defense was going to be a lot better today or yesterday, I should say, as opposed to the Florida game. I think that was an
Mm-hmm.
anomaly. I still firmly believed at the time that we have a top 10, maybe top 5 defense.
oh,
And
fact.
I was like, these guys are going to show up. The problem in the Florida game was, hey, they beat us up along the line of scrimmage. They wanted it more than us, and they got it, right? And they made us look silly on the outside. And I was like, okay, that's an anomaly. That's not going to happen again. We were playing a desperate Florida team at the time, right? Bill Neighbors trying to save his job. DJ Lagway's trying to bounce back. They have Dallas Wilson who's coming in. It was a perfect storm for them. I knew our defense was gonna show up in this game. Whether John Mateer had a thumb injury or not, whether Michael Hawkins was in the game or whatever the case may be, I knew our defense was going to show up. Now, all the Oklahoma fans and people out there can make an excuse for Oklahoma and John Mateer, but
Yeah, not that good.
for how bad he looked, you can't put that on his thumb. He was making poor decisions out there, and this
Terrible.
was one of the weaknesses with John Mateer. He puts the ball in harm's way. Whether he
And
was
that's what
healthy
I
or not,
said.
he was going to give us one. He was going to give us probably 2 turnovers.
And that's what I said on Wednesday. I remember I was like, if you force John McTeer to throw, they're not going to win the game. He turns it over
Yeah,
too much. He had
he's
four
in that
picks in
Brett
3
Favre
games.
school.
Yeah,
He's in that Brett Favre school of fuck it, I'm a
gunslinger.
gunslinger, and when it works, it looks cool, and he's the Heisman
And,
favorite and all this shit. But when it's not working, and he's throwing the ball into double coverage, and he's throwing the ball behind receivers, it's like, okay, what's going on with this guy? And
he had 3 picks,
he was
right?
making those throws before he got injured. He did that shit in the
Yeah,
Michigan game, but got away with it. He did it in
yeah,
the Auburn
because he
game, got
ran.
away with it.
He's
So
not.
he,
He
he's a
ran first
great
time.
player, but he can't be had. And
Yeah,
let's talk more about Oklahoma here because they can't navigate this SEC schedule with him being their leading rusher, bro. He
Hell
wasn't their
no.
yeah.
leading rusher yesterday, but listen to this, guys. Against the 3 formidable opponents, Texas, Auburn, and Michigan this season. Against Texas, they had 48 yards rushing as a team. Against Auburn, they had 32 yards rushing as a team. 29 of those were John Mateer. Against Michigan, 138 yards rushing, pretty decent, but guess what? John Mateer had more than half of that at 74 yards. You're not going to survive, especially their schedule with John Mateer running the ball as much as he does. They're
Yeah,
not. They're so one dimensional, and that's what feeds into John Mateer turning the ball over. It's because they're
yeah.
one dimensional. He's already a gunslinger. Now you're one dimensional. He feels like he has to do even more than what he's already doing, and he's putting the ball in harm's way. So
And
Oklahoma's going to have to
it
question
worked.
this answer. Go ahead.
I said it worked with Arbuckle and Mateer at Washington State, but this isn't. You're not playing in the Mountain West anymore. Like you said, they're not gonna be able to navigate the SEC if they keep playing this kind of offense. Like
They're
you
not.
take away their run, you force him to throw. If they have, if he's forced to throw the rest of the season, Brent Venables is getting fired as well.
Oh, you mean like when they play South Carolina, Ole Miss, Tennessee, Alabama, Missouri, and LSU?
Like
They have two to
they
three more
probably
losses
beat
coming.
They probably beat South Carolina, and that's it. But
Like
that's
they
South Carolina
like
is
they
not a
real
bad team either.
And that's
no
out
like
South
they real
Carolina, I think.
yeah it is
Oh,
like
then
they
never mind. That's
realistically
South
could
Carolina
not
will
win
take
it
that.
if they can't. I'm like to bounce off what y'all saying. If they can't establish the run and get the run going, they're not winning these games because yes, Texas's defense is legit and they're again top five. South Carolina, obviously none of the defenses are as good as Texas, but South Carolina, good defense. You're gonna have to run the ball. Ole Miss is gonna score. Like reality of it, you're gonna have to run the ball. At Tennessee, you're not winning that. At Alabama, good night. And then Missouri and LSU, those are LSU's an elite defense, and then Missouri's a good defense. Like I don't know. Like they realistically could lose their last 7 games of the year and finish 5-7, counting the Texas game.
Out of those games, you said the only two that are realistically winnable for them are probably South Carolina and Missouri.
And Missouri looked good
I
yesterday
mean, they
too.
have
Oh
they have
no,
those games are more winnable, but what we're saying is like,
If they can't
bro,
run the
you
ball,
got to
then
give
yeah.
yourself a better chance
right. Like if they can't
because
run
they're
the ball, then
talented
your team's
enough
gonna
to go 9-3.
like 100. Like they're good enough to possibly beat Tennessee. They're good enough to maybe upset Ole Miss. Like they just if they don't establish the run, then these teams are gonna be like, okay, throw on us, and they all have good secondaries. Like
No, I agree. I'm I'm not arguing. I agree 100%
I
with
wasn't even.
what y'all are
Yeah,
just
yeah. We're
saying.
not saying you're
But
wrong.
also on the flip side of it, Jimmy, I'm interested to see what you think. Watching that game yesterday, Arch Manning was definitely hurt every game coming into it. He looked completely different yesterday.
Now to me, he looked the exact
Like he was
same.
able to actually throw without a hitch on him, or he was able to. I don't know. Something changed, but he looked like a much better passer than he had, like a more fluid motion than he had the last couple of games.
He had time to
I think a
throw.
couple things changed.
The O line played well.
O line played well, really well. I don't know if he was injured or not. I
And
mean,
that's
the speculation's still out there, but
and that's what I said on Wednesday. Remember, I said that Florida game and that Ohio State game. They can go back and watch and be like, our O line did not do this well. They did this well, and they can adjust their game plan. And they did, and the O line played out of their mind.
I
check
mean,
this
to be
out.
fair, he still missed. Like
Wonders
he
are done
still
when you can
missed.
run the damn ball.
Yeah,
Yeah, like Wisner ran really really well.
Wisner,
he looked
Those
oh
good.
my goodness.
He's
This
healthy.
is his second
He's
straight
healthy.
he
year
got hurt.
going. Yeah, he's healthy. He had a hamstring injury. He was still hurt. I'm like, Sark, you're not gonna run anyone else?
I know,
But
but like he's healthy because he got
Wisner,
pawed.
yeah. Wisner went over 100 yards against OU last year. This year he has over 100 scrimmage yards, so he has 94 yards rushing, 34 yards receiving, 22 carries, and you could see the O line gaining confidence because they were able to push Oklahoma
Mm-hmm.
as that game was going on. Most of those yards for Wisner came in the third quarter where we started leaning on them, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, this is Texas
Yeah.
football. And when you saw that improve, Sark's play calling was a lot better. and we had that long drive where we went all the way down the field and we finished it off with a touchdown, which I was even surprised by that too because we can't finish shit in the red zone. Oklahoma only had only Oklahoma only had 4 plays in the third quarter. They held the ball for like a minute and some change in the third quarter. I think that's what turned the game around. Um, Shout out to our offensive line, man. We started off really shaky. Nick Brooks had 2 penalties on the first drive, and I'm like, bro,
He
our left
really
guard,
does.
he had 2 penalties on the first drive. I'm like, bro. And then Trevor Gooseby, left tackle, gets hurt. I'm like, you got to be shitting me. But our guys locked down. They buckled in, and we're able to stay ahead of the change so where Arch is not having to throw these fucking deep balls on 3rd and 9, 3rd and 11
Yeah,
every time. Because when
yeah.
Arch is waiting for these
And
long
good
ass
linemen.
developing plays, the O line can't hold up long enough for him to get those plays to Ryan Wingo, Emma Mosey, or guys like that. Why Arch looked
Yeah.
so much better, Pat? I think it was because he was able to hit a lot of the intermediate stuff. We were
Get his
doing all the
confidence going
intermediate stuff, like
fast.
these comebacks, these
Yeah.
slants. Yeah, getting his confidence going, these out routes. And he was really efficient. He didn't need to do too much. 21 of 27. It's like Jacob froze for a minute, but 21 of 27,
Again,
166 yards, 1 touchdown. You good?
Yeah. Yeah.
So he didn't
And
he
he
didn't blow he didn't knock anyone's socks off, but he played really efficient, and that's what I love to see.
and he was able. I didn't hear if you just read it or not. I know you read the pass. How many yards rushing did he have? I feel like he probably had like 70 yards rushing.
He only had
He was
34.
moving on the ground. Oh, okay, but he had that one long run where he then waved to the fans. He's like,
And
bye,
Arch is like
bye.
that, bro. Like whenever he's playing well, he loves to like be emotional and talk
He's
shit
got
and
that.
shit like that. So I love to
He's got
see that
that
for him.
moxie to him, bro. He's got that just, and you want that in your QB. If your QB's confident, shit, bro, I'm confident in you and us. What we're gonna do, like the QB confidence, uh, trickles through the whole team. If he's down on himself, it's gonna trickle through the whole team. Yeah.
One last thing for me, on that confidence part. When
Yeah.
Arch was struggling during those tune-up games, right? One of the game, I think it might have been the San Jose State or the UTEP game, right? They show the pregame. Arch has the camera on him all the time, so they were showing the pregame stuff where CJ Baxter was not going to play in this game, right? He was wearing his jersey but no pads, and he walks up to Arch and during warm-ups, and he's like hitting him in the chest, like "Let's go," like hitting his shoulder pads, like "Let's go," like hype up, bro. Like Arch
Yeah.
looked kind of down, and Baxter's like, "Come on, bro, like." Show some fire, we show some juice, and that's they even saw it. His teammates saw it that he didn't have that
Yeah.
juice, he didn't have that confidence, and I love to see him come out with that confidence.
Me too.
uh,
Me too.
my one my my one takeaway from this game was, yeah, Arch played better, and he was 21 of 27. He still missed some throws that he doesn't need to miss. Like he missed Parker Livingston or somebody in the back of the end zone. Like you can't miss that throw. Like, ah, can you hear me?
Yeah, he didn't see it, or he just failed to
Yeah.
pull the trigger. Yeah, that was weird.
Can Can you hear me?
Yes.
You
Yeah,
can hear me?
yeah,
Okay.
you're good.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
I
Yes.
think you said it, Jimmy. Texas needs to finish drives. Like they don't finish drives.
Yeah.
Like
That's what.
no, I know. But
yeah.
like I get it. The field goals are huge. There was one touchdown score in the game, and again, it's two elite defenses, so I get that. The punt return was huge because that iced the game. But they gotta finish drives. Like the field goals are good, but you can't just live with field goals and field goals and field goals every game. Like against Florida, it bit them in the butt. But I think it
Yeah.
was yes. To me, Arch played better than he played probably the whole year. So he hopefully he can take that and take that momentum and go with it. Like he really only missed that one throw in the end zone. Like that was pretty much like he was 21 of 27. And I think Sark did a good job of not asking him to take a bunch of shots. Like just keep it in like intermediate.
We didn't.
And
We didn't. Yeah, we didn't
so,
take that many deep
Yeah, that's
shots.
what
Which I think Arch
yeah.
is a
that's
better
what
deep ball thrower than Arch was a better deep ball thrower than what Quinn was. But we can't do that right now because our offensive line is shaky.
But I think it also goes in line with you saying establishing the run game is huge because you run it on first down, sweet. Now it's 2nd and 4. Well, I don't need to get a chunk play. Just give me 5 yards, Arch, first down. Okay, sweet. Run the ball again. 2nd and 7, run the ball again. 3rd and 3, now throw it 5 yards, first down. So it's like y'all were never behind the chains or trailing to where he had to take those shots. So Texas
Right.
looked good. That was a big win for y'all. Big win for y'all. Big win for y'all. What is happening? What is happening to my hand? What is happening?
Hey, yo, yo. Jacob got possessed for a second. I don't think that was really him. But hey, the next thing for Texas, they have to take this one game at a time now. You got at
Facts.
Kentucky. They're not a good team, but they're very physical. We're going on the road again, right? They're a very physical team. Mark Stoops is going to have them ready. It's a night game. We got to come out and look the part once again. We can't just go. We have to stop going and just trying to go in there and just oh, I lost him. I lost y'all.
what the
I don't even see you, Pat. Oh, there you go.
I was just my
I
I was
see you
putting
now.
my low battery on. Jacob,
It kicked me out. Reloading.
he kicked them out.
Oh, kicked him out. Um, I want to see us put belt to ass again. I don't want to have another struggle bus win. I want to
Yeah,
put belt to ass against an inferior Kentucky team who's not very good. They're 0-3 in the SEC. Belt to ass.
come back, keep reestablishing your run, get Arch still confident, keep it short, keep it quick, just get him feeling good and confident that'll be back to back 2 good games for him, for the run, for the O line. Then you go into the rest of the SEC play ready. Because defense is going to do their thing
What
the rest of the
the?
Right.
year. That's not a question.
Facts.
Where is Pat?
Facts. So great win by Texas.
Can y'all hear
And
me?
yeah, I feel a lot better now than I did last week because I really thought we were going to go
Yeah.
to 3-3. But hey, we're not in the Penn State boat, so that's great.
Can
Um,
y'all hear
Facts.
me? Jimmy, can you see
any
me?
uh any last thoughts on this weekend before we wrap it up here?
What the?
Mm-mm. Sure, yeah, I'm just excited for next week's slate. Is gonna be crazy. I'm excited for
Yeah,
it. It's
yeah, I can't
just
wait for next week as well. We say this every week, but every week just like delivers, bro. So we got a
really
big
got to see
slate next
how.
week. So we will.
Yeah. Why is he in here twice? I
Yeah, he's in a
yeah,
double. Well,
I
luckily we're
really want
about
to see
done.
how I really want to see how Oregon bounces back. It'll be really telling for the rest of the season how we play versus Rutgers. And then the SEC is about to really SEC is really
Right.
about to get interested. There's a lot. There's probably 7 or 8 teams right now that could win the SEC championship,
Facts.
or even just ruin
Facts.
some people's
Facts. But
seasons of SEC. Yeah.
I agree. Um, Guys, if y'all made it this far, please make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe to the YouTube channel. We are starting to gain some traction on there, so go ahead and continue to show us some love. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok at CFB underscore enthusiast. That's where you'll find a lot of our short form content. Jacob, I don't think he's going to be able to finish it out, but shout out to Jacob for putting the horns up. Shout out to you, Pat. I appreciate y'all hopping on here with me
Yes,
talking
sir.
ball. But other than that, this has been CFB Enthusiast. I'm Jimmy. That's Pat. Jacob's there somewhere, and we are out.
Peace.
Peace.